What's going on YouTube? Black Dragon 79 on the scene, coming at you again with another video game related topic. It's kind of a funny one too, if you ask me. Have you noticed in this new generation of gaming, since the PS3 came out and the 360 came out, that most action adventure games had very little replay value? Now, let's compare it to sex. Alright? Let's say you buy, I don't know, the new God of War game that came out a couple years ago, right? I'm pretty sure everyone who had God of War 3 beat that game in under 6 hours after midnight release. Now, let's compare it to sex. Let's say you go to a club with all your boys one night, right? And you see this girl in the corner with a fat ass, big titties, nice hair, the whole everything. Only thing you think to yourself is, yo, I gotta smash that tonight. So you go up to her, you sweet talk her, buy a few drinks, you get her home. Alright? You knock her off real good, and once the nut is done, you're like, wow, that was it? Cool. If there's somewhere I can drop you off. That's pretty much how action adventure games are today. Once you beat that game, you look at it like, time to go back to GameStop. Yeah, just a funny analogy, right? But it's kind of do hold water. Anyway, what you think? You think that's how action adventure games are in today's generation of video gaming? I kind of do. Let's take another game for example. Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. I bought that game a couple days after release, and ironically, I got a used copy. I'm like, wow, used copy? Game only been out for like a week? Cool. So I picked it up for like maybe $40, and I quickly found out why it was a used copy. Once I got the game, I got home at about 12 o'clock afternoon on a Friday evening. I'd say about Saturday afternoon, the game was pretty much done, and that was with moderate gameplay. Somebody's calling me. And apparently I got 30 seconds to answer, because if I don't,
you'll have to listen to a boring voicemail and call that person back and probably leave them a boring voicemail.
Oh really now? I will call you back. Anyway, like I was saying, when I beat Fist of the North Star, the game was fun. It was fun. It was great. Once I beat, I was like, oh god, that's good stuff. Almost like a jump off, right? Yeah, almost like a jump off. Once you get that jump off, once you get that nut off, it's time to send her home. Just like Fist of the North Star, once I beat that game, it's time to take it back to GameStop. See, the funny thing is, right, about games today, well, mostly action adventure games, they have almost no replay value. And it's kind of sad now, because back in the 90s, you would get a game like Mario Bros. Sonic the Hedgehog. That game would take you damn near 6 months to a year to beat. That was a good long time, wasn't it? It was a good time. It stood the test of time. I mean, you could have kept that. I mean, you kept that game around for a while, just like a woman. You keep it around for a while if the sex is good. So I guess back in the day, action adventure game was just better. Don't get me wrong, there are some action adventure games that are out today that are good, but the problem is they showcase more graphics than they do gameplay and the replay value. Almost like that fine woman in the club I talked about earlier. She had all these good graphics, had the right curves, the right side breast, the good hair, everything. Then once you got her home, and you knocked her off, no more replay value, time to go home. Yeah, so that's how I compare today's action adventure games to sex. They both run side by side, you feel me? They both run side by side. Now, fighting games will always have replay value. You know why? Because you're constantly going up against the competition. Almost like that woman you fall in love with, right? And you got all these dudes that try to holler at her, so you're constantly fighting against the competition of other fellas to keep your woman with you. That's how fighting games are today. you're always going against the competition, just stay number one. Just stay on top. Just like you need to stay on top of that ass, that fine ass woman, the fat ass in the club. But unfortunately, the replay value just isn't there, is it? Let's take another game for example, Asura's Wrath. You pretty much can finish that game in about. You pretty much beat that game on your lunch break. That's how short that shit was. Once again, it's like that girl from the club. She looked so good, had all the good graphics. You beat her. Up, replay value done. It's funny how action adventure games have came to this state. It is. It really is. I challenge the developers out there today, right? Can y'all create an action adventure game that can stand the test of time, that had replay value, longevity, that will make you want to own it for more than one playthrough? I doubt that. I mean, Assassin's Creed, that was good. That was a good series, but once again, it got old after a while. I mean, how bad can you keep fucking bad pussy? You can't. You gotta let it go. Gotta get something new, something fresh, something that tastes good. And unfortunately, Assassin's Creed, after part 2, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth because it gets repetitive. Nothing new, nothing exciting. Pretty much like sleeping with that woman that just refused to give head. I mean, she's a good fuck here and there, but shit, she ain't giving head. What's the point of making a part 3? You know? So, there you have it. My comparison, video games versus sex. Well, action adventure game versus sex. Peace out.